Do you think the Nigerian market rate illustrators? And I want you to comment as a point from as an observer, right? This is not criticism of any sort. As an observer, do you think the Nigerian market rate illustrators?
Yes. If you are good.
If you're good. So
Okay, now what do I mean by that?
okay.
What do I mean? I want to say this so I don't come from the neck. Because these people don't want to hear the truth anymore. They just want to
I
hear what
mean,
faces
but, I
them.
mean, we just have to say the truth, even though, yeah.
So most people can't do. And they're not willing to learn.
Hmm.
They are willing to just hide it under this is my heart style.
This is my art style. Good.
If you want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the corners.
I like breaking tables. All right. This is my art style. Wow. All right. Hi everyone, you're welcome to the Designstration podcast with Ufot Ubon. And on today's episode, you've seen the title, and I have with me a multi-talented illustrator. My goodness, his works really blows my mind. He's such an extraordinary artist, and this is not just mere exaggeration. This is fact. If you see his work, you know how skillful he is. And I've been following him for years. Like literally, I've literally studied his works, literally side by side, compare, try to how does he do what he does. In fact, he makes illustration feels as though it's easy. Enough of me saying too much. I'm just going to give room for him to introduce himself. Ola, over to you, please. Tell us. You're welcome. Who are you? What do you do? How do you do? Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is full. My name is full.
Yes.
It's
Full government name.
Okay, my government name is Agunbiade. It's a compound name. Then Olamide. But it's too long, so I thought to call me Olamide Agunbiade. I'm an artist. Yeah, I specialize in digital illustration. And then I design on the side and then also paint on canvas and learning a few things alongside.
So you do both traditional and digital art.
Yes, professional art for hobby. It's like a hobby.
Oh,
It's my occupation.
oh, that's good. How long have you been illustrating? Sorry, digitally. Let me start digitally first, because I believe traditional will be really way back. Digitally,
Yeah.
how long has it been digital illustration?
So I learned it, I think 2017, 2016, 17. I learned how to draw with computer.
Hmm. How about traditional art? How long has that been?
I discovered I could draw when I was in nursery school.
Nursery school.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was when everybody got their first pencil, nursery school. We were trying to write. When I said that, when people were writing, I was drawing.
Wow.
So that was how my teacher discovered. So I've been drawing since.
Wow, that's fascinating for me to hear.
Thank you.
How have you been able to bring your work to us? Say, okay, this is what I do. Where did he start? When did you even start uploading? How have you been able to say, let me use Instagram, let me use Twitter, let me show the world
Okay.
what I do?
Okay, there's anything that makes me happy as a child is the fact that I can draw. I can draw whatever I want to draw. So, but then where I grew up in an environment where art is seen as a waste of time. Because my parents are civil servants, so they believe in fancy courses. Like, I don't mean fancy, I mean medicine, law, engineering, astronomy, astronomy, all those big names.
Yes.
So when I started drawing, it was not given attention, and I didn't really care, did I? Yeah, I didn't really care about what, because I wasn't living. I wasn't trying to prove a point to anyone. I was trying because it made me
Hmm.
happy. So I just kept drawing, and I'm getting somewhere. I will still tell you how I got to the social media aspect.
Yeah.
So but it's at the point I was losing my self-esteem
Hmm.
because what I was doing was not regarded as important in my environment. I mentioned this at TEDx when I was speaking.
Yeah, I saw that.
My dad is my dad my dad is a genius with numbers. He studied mechanical engineering in school, so he's very good with numbers. My dad was the chief transport officer for those states
Wow.
during Olusegun Adagu's tenure. So that
Wow.
means he was organized the convoy for the government. So my dad is a genius. He doesn't like the plate numbers of the vehicles before he knows which vehicle is which vehicle. He doesn't check the color to know which vehicle. He checks the plate number. He
Okay.
crams plate numbers in the head. He crams phone numbers in his head. He like Sam, the birthday is so. Next year, you remember that his son's
Wow.
birthday is so. So he's very good with numbers. Now, why am I saying all these things? He was my first challenge I faced as an artist. So his challenge was, how can someone who is as brilliant as I am
Yeah.
go to this wants to draw?
Art.
So everything I was doing didn't make sense to him.
Hmm.
All that mattered to him was, are you going to be a lawyer or not?
Wow. You're going to be a lawyer or not?
So it didn't make me appreciate. No, it didn't make me say value what I was doing. That's the word. Because I loved what I was doing. But I didn't know it was valuable. So, but I was trying, not because of money or because of anything, because they said it to me. In fact, every example you gave to me, look at that man on both sides. Or that guy, you want to be like that guy. So I never saw, so everything everyone was showing me was, you won't tell me what this thing. So now, so then I didn't care. I just love drawing, and no matter how bad the environment is, there's at least a few remnants that believes in what you do.
True.
So there's at least a little artist, you have your audience, starting from when you started, like people around you.
Yeah.
There's only someone around you that will tell you good job. Even if you have 20 and 50 bad jobs,
True.
at least one in hand. So
Yes, true.
I people that were giving me motivation, and some of them were in school. And to make it worse, our school system is terrible. I think I'm talking too much on this.
No, you're not. You're not. Please. No, you're not.
Because you asked
Please.
a simple question and said
No. This is actually, we need, let's take, give us the foundation. Because there are actually a lot who may also want to come into illustrations or art in general, and they may face similar. Please. Yes.
Okay, so
no, please give us the background, please.
I don't like the Nigerian school system, but the school system generally in the world, because it doesn't make sense. How do you put different students with different abilities in the classroom and give them the same task?
True.
So now, for instance, if you keep a chimpanzee, a monkey, a fish, a gorilla, a lion in a class, tell them everybody come and stand to climb a tree. That class, the monkey will be the best students.
Definitely. That's more like the specialty.
It's time to swim. The fish you think is the best students, but that's what. So you come to class and you give everybody the same task, and the one who has been given that gift or that grace for that field, you think is the best. Meanwhile, he's functioning where he has been given the grace to function.
True.
So that doesn't make him like he's better than his colleagues. It's just in his agitation. So now I faced that challenge. I didn't like school. I don't like maths. And I just wanted to draw. So what I needed was a school of arts.
Yeah.
School, not mathematics, science. And so I felt need to. When they were performing very well, I couldn't relate. Not because I was a dull lad.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have interest at all.
Yes.
So when they were busy reading and learning how to do those stuff, I was trying to build my skill as an assistant. So that building my skill didn't give me the avenue to pass my exams. So that means I was failing and they were doing fine. And I was being belittled.
Mm.
So again, my primary school was terrible. I went to a primary school that separates students. No, it's not terrible. Let me say terrible. But that's the way it should go. They separate students according to how bad they are. So they put the best students in F, primary 1 F, the next to the best in primary 1 U, the average students in primary 1 T,
Wow.
and the first students in 1 A.
Wow.
So that you're already thinking of, I'm not as good as my colleagues.
Yeah. Wow.
So each time I see my colleagues, I see them as better than I am.
Hmm.
So now I want to tell you where I got the confidence to start posting came from. So that means all my life I've always had people telling me that I'm wasting your time. I'm wasting your time. So that what I kept hearing. So though in school I met a few guys who were telling me, artist, nice running, nice this. So those little encouragements I was holding on to them. So even if I received 10,000 negative comments, but then I have just good comments, those two mean a lot to me. So I hold on to those two.
True.
So I kept on holding on to good comments that I kept getting, and I keep getting the good comments. So and I kept pursuing my desire, and I think the first time I really felt fulfilled was when I got admission to university, because I was failing in school. My parents were concerned, and they were like, "This guy is just wasting his time," and he's wasting our school fees. So, and so they put me in a public school where they paid little or nothing at all. So that they didn't have to, because they put me. I was in private schools before.
Okay.
I was a lot of money, and they were seeing no results.
Wow.
Their fault. I will do the same thing.
I mean, yeah.
They were getting money, and they were getting FCs and just maybe finance, maybe even finance, and the rest were just. And my dad was like, "This guy is going to use his life." And
wow.
So they just put him in a public school where we won't pay. We're not paying money. It's just there, just government school. So that was where I found people like me. These guys have learned inside artists. Yes, and they've learned. Yeah. So I met a guy called Yeta Person. I met Akibibe Taiwo. I met quite talented artists, and
wow.
I grew. I started learning how to draw portraits with charcoal. We used to they would have access to raw material, to finished processed materials. We used to use raw charcoal from firewood. We used to draw cardboard.
Wow.
We do portraits. Yeah. So
wow. It's been a long time coming, honestly.
So that was then I started feeling fulfilled little bit by little. But the height of my fulfillment, where I felt like I was not wasting my time, where I got the confidence to put my stuff out there, was when I got to university. So now, this is where the miracle came forth. I've been failing through school. Even my final exam necessarily, I still had all E, T's, and F. I miraculously, through the help of God, I got admission to Obafemi University. Once, I didn't write my exam twice. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. But one thing I've seen in my life is there's a finger of God that's taken from one level to another.
I love that. That's beautiful.
So each time people look down on me, God just lifts me higher. Yes. So my life is a mystery to my dad and my parents. Like, how can a boy who has a feeling get admission to a school that people struggle to enter without any special leg or influence? So I don't know. God just wanted to just be there, give me that way to.
That's beautiful.
I met people like me fully this time, people that won't judge me based on what I focus on, who won't tell me I'm wasting my time, because we're all the same. And that was when I began to shine. I think that was the first time I came first in my life. Because,
wow.
I think that was actually the first time I came. That was the first time I came first in my life. Because in art school, they grade our drawings according to how good they are. So like they have a role for A, a role for B, a role for C, a role for D. So a role for EF. So they put the drawings. So my drawings will come first. The role for A. To come first or second. Most time first, second, top. I remember there was a day we were given an assignment and I did 2. And my drawings came first and second.
Oh my!
that was when I knew that guy, I know a failure.
Oh yes.
So that was my point of confidence that I come like, yeah, you're not a failure. I think you're great. You are talented at it.
Mm.
You're just see what you're doing. And trust me, it took a lot of deafness to get to that point because
Deafness to outside words and discouragement.
Because man, it's not easy to listen to discouragement over and over again. And
Yes,
you just kept on
true.
moving. And I remember my segment, one of my people telling me that your children need school fees, you don't have money to pay them. Telling them that if they've not paid you for training, that you don't.
Oh my.
So I had the worst of statement. I had God gave me one privilege. When you talk to me, it doesn't stay.
Wow.
So when it comes here, it comes out here.
That's good. From the left ear out to the right, from the right ear out to the left ear.
So you can sit me down now, talk me down and tell me you're a useless boy, you're a terrible boy, you're failing in school. I'll be sober. Or give me the next 5 minutes.
It's gone. Oh my.
So I think there it was a problem, but it's usually a gift to these guys. So
true.
we didn't allow those things to get to me. So now where am I going to? I started having confidence in myself. I started drawing. I met guys who were good, talented. I saw different mediums of expression of art. I saw people were molding with clay, people were sculpting with metal. I said, wow. And I was just limited to drawing on paper with pencil, and I was like,
wow.
There's so much you can do with, you can't, they just say that you can't be creative more than exposure. You can't be creative more than exposure. It's based on how much you've seen. That's how what's creativity. So I saw things, I was like, really, people are this world and this talented. And I maintained a humble posture, and I began to learn, ask them questions. These days people are too proud to learn. Nobody wants to come to
definitely.
Should ask I'll pay you to teach me stuff. Even if you are paying, you still have to.
True.
So I went to people and I was learning from them, getting knowledge, learning how to draw better than I used to draw, and that was one of the things I had in class, my class work. And after a while, I saw that still the art school is still like Nigerian education system, it's still terrible still, because our teachers could not impact us with what we needed. We just come to class. So today we are going to draw a figure. They're drawing a man. We bring a model to a class. Now see you at the end of the class.
Wow.
No format.
Wow.
So we can't draw. The art school was terrible, and my teachers could not impact us what we needed. They just come to class, give us an assignment, and go. And I specialize in graphics because we had options of picking sculpture, ceramics, textile, or graphics, or be an art historian. So I need to study the history of art. So I said I want to go into graphics because I love gadgets. So I want to learn how to gadget to create what I do. And that was influenced by in my year 2, I met a senior colleague. His name was Samuel Abadino. He's not in the UK. He's a senior UX designer, one of working for Rich. So he taught us how to use design system, and I was like, design is cool. I like this. Because I had this because I broke my arm in primary school. Yeah, I had a arm fracture. Yeah, so I'm not so good with making things perfect. So so I needed something that would hit perfection, and that was computers and stuff. And I loved it because now I don't have to force my hand to be perfect. I just have to use my computer with what I have. I computer what to do with my talent, and so this me, I can take my hands, adjust my pen stability, and it can be smoother. I can. So over the years, the hand began to become steady, and I can do things with the hand without any stability. Because when I even hit this, I don't need any stability to hit. So so now back to what I was saying. So I learned how to use computer from him, Abadino Samuel, and started teaching me stuff on CorelDRAW, and that's how to specialize in graphics. And to my surprise, my lecturer could not use computer. So how was I going to learn? It was a challenge. So I had to start focusing on school again. Started learning art there. I started going to people who are more gifted than I am, who are more talented, who are more experienced, and I started learning from them. So my first time guy, as usual, because when you're used to negative comments, it gets to a point,
Yeah.
just let me just say, just audition. I'm used to these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
People tell me, you will suffer. Oh. Yeah, in school, yeah, you will suffer. Come to class, do
Oh
assignments.
my.
Focus on the school you want to focus on. Let me go and focus on what I want to start out school. So, because I didn't know that, even though I had doubt, I had my fears. I won't say I had it all figured out and I know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I just following what made me happy. So, I said, after school, we will know which one pays. You see, this academics or what we do. So, I stopped going to classes like before. But my GPA went down. I was just learning how to create digitally. And I learned from a person called Jeffrey Oyen. Jeffrey was another crazy. He's another crazy artist.
I know him. I've seen his works.
Yeah. So he taught me how to use digital tablets.
Wow.
And yes, so he started teaching me stuff. Yeah, and he was very patient with me. He wasn't hard on me. He was patient and he was teaching me how to use tablets. And I think that was when I think that I started posting on Instagram. That was around that time when I started learning illustration. Now, I was drawing on paper before I was posting, but I was not so confident in it. I'll post and delete later. I think around that time I started posting on Instagram. I started having now that was to post on Instagram, posting on social media. Though I've been posting before on Facebook earlier since secondary school, but just for the sake of people posting online. So I was posting. So, but I didn't post for the sake of people should advise me, buy my work, or people should like what I do.
It was just for fun to share your work as well. It's what you love doing.
Confidence that I was good came when I was in OAU. So I started posting with confidence, and I would leave the post. I won't want to delete it, And I started having confidence to post more and more. And I think that was it. And that was. Let me just stop at posting because the question did not go beyond that point. So.
Honestly, thank you for even sharing that insight. Of course, I was definitely going to ask about your art journey, and which is what you've literally just analyzed for us, how it began, how it starts. Yes. Wow. You see, I really believe and I really feel artists should actually tell their stories more, because it brings this beauty even the more to that which we already to your work, to your work are exceptionally beautiful. They're really, they're just gorgeous. But now knowing your story now, and I'm thinking about the illustrations you've done, like thinking the boy with this pendant glowing, it brings about this beauty again. It brings about this divine beauty. Knowing your background story, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Okay, Ola, you've been able to work at different places as an illustrator, right?
Yes,
as an illustrator, and you've worked with different companies, different brands. I've seen your LinkedIn profile, and I want to ask you this question because I have some people who are learning illustrations who have been privileged to coach, and I'm still coaching. And do you think the Nigerian market rates illustrators? And I want you to comment as an observer, right? This is not criticism of any sort. As an observer, do you think the Nigerian market rates illustrators?
If you're good.
If you're good. So
okay, now what do I mean by that?
Okay.
I don't know how to say this, so I don't come from the neck. Because these people don't want to hear the truth. They just want to hear
we just have to say the truth, even though. Yeah.
So most people can't.
Most people can't draw.
And they're not willing to learn. They are willing to just edit on that. This is my art style.
This is my art style. Good. I like breaking tables. All right. This is my art style. Wow. All right.
So it was. They said there's nothing like bad art. Every art is good. Imagine it says there's not like a bad doctor. Every doctor is a good doctor.
Oh my.
That's true with medical.
That's another point.
No, there's not like a bad carpenter. Every carpenter is a good carpenter. You just have to understand that's their own style. Carpentry. So the art industry is messed up. You want to do anything you like. You want to allow anything. That's why someone can wake up one morning and take a brush, a mop, like I said online, put inside black paint, put it on canvas, frame. Say that's our style.
That's my
And she should
style.
allow, as long as it's expressive.
Hmm.
So many people are not good.
Many
Like,
people are
and
not good.
excuse so many mediocrity.
Hmm.
You know, art style. So they wonder why they're not being seen.
So it's not like the Nigerian market doesn't really rate illustrators like that.
But they are not available illustrators in Nigeria to hire.
They're not available illustrators in Nigeria to hire. Wow.
Very few. And I know that because I'm in the field. I was in ULSN and we tried hiring guys on board, and I know what we saw. I saw portfolios. I was like, why are you applying for this thing? You should be learning by now, not applying.
Oh my.
This is not meant for you to apply. You don't know this stuff. So you want them to pay 400K per month to do this. What up to your questions? So people are not loving. People are not good, and they're not willing to be good. They want to hide that this and that. These are what you expect yourself. What should tell me how to create? But they will tell you that I need the custodian of.
Oh my. The art gallery. The art galaxy. Yeah.
And to tell you that they will call you a gatekeeper. You don't want other people to talk. You get jobs. They call you a lot of names. So why is people coming online? I manifest sales. I receive sales. Sales as a bro. There's a law in this life. To sow and to reap.
Yeah.
You can't reap when you have not sown.
No.
It's fraud. So it's harvest when you have not sown anything. Unless you want to reap from somebody else's harvest, give in the work, you will get results. So that work, no one wants to give it anymore, but they want the results. So you see an artist now. I just shared my story about my experience, about how I feel today.
Yeah.
Someone just want to learn it tomorrow and get good in 2 months.
Learn it under 10 minutes.
I started saying, I want to make money the same way Olamide is making this and stuff, but I'm not ready to give the sacrifice that he has given. So people just envy people's results and not their process. So many people are coming to learn, not because they want to learn. They are coming to enrich their pockets, not to enrich their knowledge. So I can keep talking because I've seen I've seen things. So the day people sit down and say, like, as I am, let me say that I'm not good enough.
I surrender to art. I'm not good. I'm not
good. When you have that mindset, you begin to test for more knowledge. So when the knowledge comes, you get better. And when you get better, people will notice you, and the jobs will come to you. It's a process. I tell them the first stage is get good. The second stage, get known. Because when you're posting, they will know you.
Definitely.
And the third stage is get paid.
Get
people
good.
Want to
get known. Get paid.
I tell all my friends this. But people just want to get paid. So
to get paid.
So it's not as if there are no jobs for. In fact, because of the nature of illustration, it's a talent. It's perhaps more of a special talent and skill. So it's scarce. So when they know that you are good, they will hold on to you because people. So people will take people's picture and trace and say, "I'm an illustrator." If you know the things to illustrate, that means can I now? Thank God you know better. You're a good illustrator.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I can give you. I'll tell you that if I need to translate this into an image, the boy is walking to a place. You can draw that and you can illustrate that. But now, how do you take someone's product and trace and turn it to an image so that people are tracing pictures and filling inside illustrators? It's see this thing. If I say it on Twitter,
oh my!
See, the guys that are good will tell me you're right.
Definitely.
But the guys that are not good, you feel offended. What doesn't mean? It's a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Some people go into the field of illustration trying to gatekeep.
Honestly, but the said right because people will get offended doesn't mean we have to just forward the truth in some sense. And yes, we have to be also careful not to step on toes. But I really appreciate you sharing this truth. People are not that good in the illustration, and we really have to settle down, get good, get known, and get paid. Right? Let's fuel our knowledge. I really appreciate that. Do you think being an illustrator is enough, or do I have to add something? Being an illustrator, is it enough? Is it really enough for me? Can it pay my bills? Can it really take me there? Especially in the Nigerian market.
Okay. If the foundation of everything starts from design.
Design, okay.
I tell people, if design is foundation of anything, in terms of the graphics, this, when you have a design knowledge, you know this person has a design knowledge. So design plus any other thing. Let me say this. This might be too controversial. So let me just be straightforward. I don't want to be too deep. So let me just,
please go deeper. Please, if you can, go deeper. Give us that wealth from your well. Yes.
Well, I won't tell you to add anything to what you do.
Okay.
But I'm a designer and I can illustrate.
Okay.
It's space. I'm a designer and I can animate. It's space. I'm a designer and I can do this. It's space. But illustration is too. It's good. It's okay. It can sustain you. But I'm trying to see.
There's a but.
I'm trying to see the possibility of no, let me place a confusion.
Okay.
It can sustain you. It can sustain you.
It can sustain.
I'm a married man, and to be married means you have bills to pay. You have a wife to take care of.
Yeah.
And you have family to take care of. It's responsibility. And I can tell you that if illustration doesn't pay, I won't be a married man.
Okay, that's something.
So I'm an illustrator and I can pay my bills. I can take care of my family to the help of God, because I don't see anything as self-sufficient. So that's it. So
like I said earlier, I said that I have a couple of people where I show them one or two things. I teach them basically about illustrations, and we're just this group. And one of my students texted me one time with crying emoji saying, right, that illustration, that someone just told her that illustration is in the list of the food chain, like it's not even in the top, and like, why would the person said to this my student that why would I need an illustrator, right, if I can just go to a website and just pick free illustrations, and I tried and I talked to this student. I said, look, it's not really just like that, right? There are people, and I mentioned names. I even told her this podcast coming up. I told her about your illustration. I just share. I really, my student knows that. I tell them a lot. I say, look at this art, look at that art, look at this artist, look at that artist. These are my inspiration. These are my source. I point them out. Nobody's an island. No, I didn't just come out one day and boom, see me here. No. So I tried to make her not feel discouraged learning illustration, because that's what she had the passion for, right? That's what she had the passion for.
Are you sure she has a passion for illustration or for the business of illustration?
Okay, this particular person, actually, you know what? I would say passion for this particular person. I would definitely say passion for this particular person.
So if it's passion for the illustration, that means whether she's being paid, she'll still illustrate.
Definitely.
If you don't pay me to be an artist, I will not stop being an artist, because it was not the money that drew me in the first place.
That's beautiful.
Like I love being an artist. It's me. I'm not trying to be what I'm not.
Definitely, that's beautiful.
So if you take everything from me, art is what all I will have left. You understand? So that's why I asked, are you sure this person is interested in the business of illustration or illustration itself? Because whether there's money, there's no money, you still want to draw if you really love it.
Beautiful.
So it's like the doctor saying that because I'm not paid, I won't save lives.
I won't save lives.
That means the person doesn't understand the profession in the first place. It's not, of course, you need the money to survive.
Yeah.
You have a duty first to save people's life. That the first payment you receive is that someone didn't die because of you today.
Yeah, true.
That before the financial part comes in, that's the first thing, that fulfillment of I saved a life. So as a result, I'm able to portray thoughts into images. That's it. And I can do them well. That's the first fulfillment. So if let's say it doesn't pay me, I will find something else to do alongside. But I won't stop drawing
Beautiful.
because it's not about the money for me.
That's
Really.
beautiful.
Today I stopped getting my client. I hope that never happens to me in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
Let's say today I stopped getting my clients.
Mm-hmm.
An artist. You still see me putting stuff out there online. Not
Definitely.
because I want to. When I post stuff out there online, it's not because people should patronize me. Because guys, I've done something new. I want to see how cool I am.
Mm-hmm.
But these days, people are posting and listening and saying this, please patronize me. It shows it's about the business, not about the thing itself.
Mm.
In fact, it is when you know that it's about when you know someone who's it's about the business. Once they have the money, they stop drawing. They start looking for people that will do drawing for them. Because it's never about the passion, about the business. And then, there's so much to say. Let me just stop.
Okay. I have something else to ask. Okay. So now, speaking of being paid, right? Take for someone who's passionately learning illustration, and for the first 2 years of their journey as an illustrator, it's not financially rewarding. Right? What would you advise? What would you advise such a person to do?
Okay, now let me just speak on the business of illustration.
Okay.
Speak on just for those who want to learn how to make money from illustration. You have to pick. There are many things to draw in this life. There are too many things you can draw. You can focus now. So okay, let me just break this down. Okay, there are many industries in illustration where you can focus on. We have the gaming industry, we have the tech industry, we have the learning industry, education industry. We have I think that's basically the three I can think of it. Now the gaming industry, you can choose to be a concept artist, to be a background artist for animation studio. Just focus on how to draw backgrounds, buildings, architecture, so those things for animation. So the animations we watch, they have backgrounds. Some painting, some painting, someone drew them. You know, used to be a 2D animator who works with frame by frame animation.
Okay.
The field is wide, and there are many things we can venture into. That's why you can't do all. Even education, like when I was in lesson, I was doing education tech. Like that's using animations to teach students stuff. You know, there are so many things you can venture into. That's the business aspect of it, of illustration. So you can choose to say, I want to work on books. So what we focus on books for people. Creating books for people. You can focus on doing covers for comic books, just the front covers.
Okay.
You know, these things, this field require you to be good. That's why I said that people are not good. So that's why they're not jobs. You understand? Yeah. So I can choose to be illustrating for a brand. You know, there's so many. Like the one I do basically is I'll be able to master my skill that I can work all around. Not in animation. I don't like animation.
Okay.
Stressful. So
frame by frame. Yeah.
I don't have that patience. I'm sorry. And I'll be able to work. Like I can paint digitally, but I'm not. I don't like background that's painting background. It's not that I love painting faces and I love the characters. So you can also learn digital painting. That's a part of that field again. How to paint portraits digitally. How to that's another field again. How to work and then paint digital painting is another style of art. Aside them the 2D flat 2D. So how to paint backgrounds, how to paint portraits, how to paint characters, how to all this Marvel, a lot of things. Like I'm just trying to think about the end to illustration and it's just getting wider. The more I think wider and wider. So there are so many things we can focus into. So the Nigerians have been limited to just drawing from books. They don't even know where they can even work with. So there are many places you can work as an illustrator. I just listed now. So you have to when you're starting out, when someone asks me, I want to learn, ask them, what do you want to draw? You draw characters, to draw backgrounds. You want to just be painter digitally. Or what do you want to do? You can't just tell me what to do. Illustration is very wide. Just tell me what you want to do. But that way I can channel you the aspect that you can focus on. Don't just learn illustration. When you learn with a focus, you learn faster.
That's true.
You So, so if you're learning character, I'll teach you character. I will express character to you, this and that. So in that you are focused on character. But I'm teaching you background there, perspective there, you'll end up being confused. So because it's too wide. Yeah.
You know, this outline you just actually pointed out is actually very rich, because someone can just be like, I want to learn illustration now. And me myself as an example, when I started out, I didn't know these basics you're actually mentioning now. I want to learn illustration. Okay, which aspect? Is it the educational aspect? Is it gaming? Is it tech? I didn't know all of that. We just want to do everything. It's like, I want to draw this, I want to draw that. So it's really beautiful.
Because you're passionate.
It's really beautiful.
So you didn't care about any particular field. You just wanted to just learn how to illustrate.
Yes.
And that was needed to enter. But for someone that wants to go into the business aspects, I'm just telling them what to do. Just pick a section. Go with it.
Flow with it.
And flow with it, yeah.
How can illustrators invest in themselves and be better at their craft? What would you say is the process to doing? Okay, say someone who was listening to this podcast now and they've seen mistakes, flaws, or even the ways of their errors. How can they invest in themselves and be better at their craft? Like, let's proceed forward from here.
I won't advise you to buy the tools if you don't have the skill. So I want to buy tools first. I'll advise you to invest in trainings and courses.
Invest in training and courses.
Yeah. And learn how to copy people's work. The fastest to learn is by copying. Now I copy a lot.
Sir, break down that copy for us so that someone will not take it out of context. Break down that copy for us, please.
Copy in terms of, I see Fort's work now, and I'm like, okay, I like this guys. Let me draw exactly what has drawn, just with few things. When I draw it, if I can draw that in the way Fort has drawn it, I have confidence I can get the Fort. So I'm not trying to be outside Fort's style. I'm just trying to stay with his style. That's how I learn. So I said, this artist style is so good. So I pick work. I try to recreate it with a few little changes, and I put study. So in case that this is, I'm studying your work.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to study your craft. I'm studying your work. It's wrong when you now copy someone's style and you now don't put the study on it. Even though sometimes some artists don't sign their work.
Yeah, true.
To credit them. But whenever I just put this is study. So I'm studying is so when you're able to recreate what you are seeing, perfect. You're able to create what you are not seeing. That's it. So you first see and copy and do it as I it. Then over time, consistent copying.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. Your visual library is expanding. Like in your imagination, you have a lot of ideas already because you have seen a lot. And sometimes just online, just be solving this work, safe, just study them, and your visual library is increasing. It's increasing. So when you're not draw on your own, you are not drawing from one source. You are drawing from different sources you gather together in your mind, your subconscious. So those are things that influence. So you invest yourself by paying for courses, copying people's work, learn it. Not because you want to go and copy their work and go and set on that person. You are copying their work with body. Because if you carry their work and study it and you put still, you want to sell it on the work.
Oh, of course. I think I remember when someone was selling your art on NFT platform, something like that. Oh my good God!
I sued. I got a for it.
Wow.
So then I had to let it. So I'm just saying. So study, copy, download people's work, repeat them. It's actually to be the confidence when you can repeat, then to create will not be a problem.
Beautiful. I mean, if I tell you how many of your arts are in my gallery, you remember that? Oh, good God! I just fell in love with that style. There was one style you said. Till today, I'm still doing it. Though. You see that art style. I'm still using that art style. It's just so unique and just so loving. I don't know how you came up with it, but thank you for that. No, you truly have been an inspiration to the art community. Honestly, you really have, and I really appreciate you for that. Thank you very much, Ola. Honestly, it's just been beautiful. It's been beautiful, Ola. Closing thoughts, right? closing thoughts. What are your top 7 advice, or if it's more than that, but these are the top advice you give to illustrators? Outline this list for us. Let me grab my pen and let me write them down. Honestly, let me write them down. What are those? Give us that hint.
Let's wait. Okay, number 1. Not everyone is your colleague in the
Not
industry.
everyone.
Is your colleague. When you approach people with that mindset, you won't learn from them. So if Ufot is better than me, I can't come to Ufot as my friend. I'll come to him as a student that wants to learn from my master. It might be like some people call it fat. If you have problem with this point, it shows you're a correct person.
Calling your boss bro. I mean,
if you have problem with this point, you have to go with this point. As I'm saying this point, if you're hearing this point and you're feeling comfortable, it shows you have pride in you. So don't call everybody your colleague, because friends don't impact. I know, like friends,
buddies.
People on the same level.
Buddies, more like buddies.
They are rubbing sides. They only rub like that with friends. But to learn, you have to see the person as better than you are, and you have to maintain the posture of your students. So when you approach people that you look up to, don't say, "Hey guy, have fun. I want to teach him stuff." You won't learn how you want. So humble yourself so that I'm telling you what I want from you.
That's yes.
And you know, this generation that we've thrown away honor and respect. We've thrown it away. This generation, everybody is trying to say everybody is a friend as well. Now, one of the things that people called me when I was learning is that they will just take it for granted. Thank you. You are looking for respect. I'm looking for knowledge.
Come on.
Chase your respect. Let me chase knowledge. So you focus on what I forgot. So then, of course, they will take it for granted. And why, sir, please teach me, sir. Stop. Don't just. It was kind of belittling at that moment, because it's like letting go of everything that you call self for knowledge. It's like sacrificing. I don't know how to call it. There's identity. I want advice you to use my kind of approach then, because I really went low to learn. I really went low, man. I can do anything just to learn. I can iron your clothes. I can wash your clothes for you. I did it.
Wow.
I that for you just because once you have what I need. I even went to people that were junior to me.
Wow.
To go and learn from them. Yes. You know colors. Come to color. Forget about them. I know your brother. And that now that they're doing, let me learn from you. And they teach me. And now you see me, those things today, you're like, this guy is so talented. I've sacrificed a lot of things to get it. My pride, my ego.
Yeah.
So people want to retain those things. Everybody's my guy. And that's it will separate from a lot of knowledge, a lot of impact that you have got. So not everyone is your colleague. Number 1 point. Number 2, never see yourself as a finished product. See yourself as a work in progress every time. The moment you take yourself and just this is just the final, that's the day you start declining. So be hungry for more. Be hungry for more. Number 3, let me say again. And don't be so selfish to your career. Purchase good gadgets. A lot of people, their gadget is not good enough. Buy good stuff. Well, the reason you're making money is to improve the quality of your life. So buy good tools. Not that they will make your work better, but it will help your.
You know what? Since we're actually on the point 3 of gadget, can you just talk about the balancing of gadget a little bit? Like, talk about it take for instance now. Let me just hit it in like a newbie who feels their work is not even good enough unless they have the latest iPad Pro with, just balance it for us, please. Yeah, balance that for us.
Yeah. I'll put on this talent. Let me say the only said gadget. if you can't draw ball on paper, you can't draw ball on an iPad. Okay, so your talent is what you need. The tool does not make the artist, like you
true.
say. The artist makes the tool. So the art, if you give, or there's someone that can write very correctly, maybe the person has a problem with a bad writing, and give the person an iPad. That doesn't mean the person you still write the way you write on paper.
True.
It's just nothing changes.
True.
So that's that. Your tool enhances what you already have in your head. It helps to make your work, your experience better. Like for instance, if I'm using a platform of Techno back then, it's not the same as Samsung. They are both camera phones, but they work differently, and because of ability. So the let's just make a point.
Actually, I mean, it wasn't there.
Okay, my point is this. Just make sure that you upgrade yourself as upgrading your tools, because your tool will not make any difference if you're not good.
Okay.
It's still be the same person.
All right. Give us fourth nuggets, the fourth point.
Yeah, I have to think of points. So I've said it before. Put knowledge first before the financial gain.
Knowledge first.
Because if you are good, you won't be ignored. It's very hard to ignore a person. Today, people say Burna is proud, Burna Boy is proud. I'm sorry, I don't listen to his music, but I hear people say Burna Boy is proud and stuff. And the guy is good. No matter how proud you think he is, his craft is still earning the respect that it is.
True.
So if Burna Boy is proud and doesn't have anything, then you can cast him aside.
Yeah.
But he's proud and good, so he's still on the stage.
I mean, that's true.
So it's very hard. It's very hard to ignore good people.
True.
It's very hard.
Same here. I really don't even listen to his music as well, right? But the fact that I see his craft and I see, what he does, I see his following and I see how his fan base really cheers him up. I really believe he's doing a good work as well. That's true.
Exactly. So good work. You can't ignore.
That's true.
And then find a community of artists that do what you do to flow with.
Yeah.
For instance, if you are an illustrator, hang around us, not designers that are designing with notes. These ones have a different following in their field. You are following a different pattern. You understand? So it will help you. The reason the design community is growing is because they have a community and people they have members and they can ask questions from each other and they can grow. That's because that's the design community. So as an illustrator, you need a community of people you look up to, people that you have those people around you. Like I'm currently learning how to model with Cinema 40. I have this guy, his name is KD. I said, KD, Afa, I made a mistake here, what can I do here? That's the importance of community. You understand? But if you're not, it's hard to learn on your own. So, community and just stick with them.
Beautiful.
It's one of the things that affected me as a young man that never made me see the value of what I was, because all the people around me were not artists. So they could not see as they could see. So it's even at the point I was almost not seeing value. I didn't even see the value. I was just doing because I wanted to. But then, so find a community of people that do what you do and stick with them.
That's beautiful. That's 5. That's 5 points.
And then
drum rolls. We got 2 more.
What else? Yes. Okay. And then one of the things that I didn't talk about how I got my first job, and I didn't talk about how I got jobs in the industry.
Tell us now. Tell us.
So the one of the things that helped me to get jobs in the industry is I won't just sound about that mess. It's the help of God. He also the credit. But the part I played through his help is that I post my work on, I post my stuff online, so they were seeing it. Before I left school, I had about 3 job offers.
Wow.
I I didn't take any of them.
Why?
I didn't take any of them. I don't know. I was in Ife, and I've never lived in Lagos before, so I was scared of living in Lagos. So I just said, no, I'm not coming. So the later I said I can go to Lagos. So when I went to Lagos, I went there on my own. To go and so when I first went to a company that they didn't see my value, then I went to another company. They even tell me to do an interview. I had CEO said I've seen you online a long time ago. So I've seen your work. So welcome on board.
Wow.
So and second one too, I left the company after a month because the environment was not healthy for me, for someone that is just coming up.
Okay.
The CEO was recently dragged online, so I want to drag him second time. It won't be fair. So okay. But it was let me just say this: it was a great guy, just that he had the same imperfections. Just in case he ends up hearing this, I didn't drag you. You're a great guy. Okay, and then secondly, the second place I worked, he said, we heard that you resigned from here. Do you mind working with us? I said, okay. I was there for like about 3 or 4 months before I resigned. And the third place I worked again, the CEO was like, okay, so I like what you did for us because I don't know the project. Do you mind? I think that they think they offered me employment. So point is, why am I saying this? When you put your stuff online, when you make yourself available to be seen, you will be in the and you're really getting good at your stuff. People are noticing. They're not blind. They are seeing your stuff and they are. Someone gave me a job. Said I've seen your stuff about a year ago and I put your name down. I wonder
wow.
What you.
Wow.
So yes, so when you put yourself out there, people are noticing. Forget about the likes and the retweet. It's good. Those things are they help you to get what likes are not always they're not always equal to opportunities.
Yeah.
Because you can have 5,000 people seeing stuff and none of them are even want to work with you. They just like your stuff.
True.
And you can have just 10 likes and those 10 and 5 of those 10 can be CEOs of different brands. I just put I on you.
So
and I'm sorry, I got Twitter and I have CEOs that follow me and I follow them back and I know that one day we work together. They've not sent anything to me yet. Understand? So just put your stuff out. So that's it. I think
that's actually beautiful. Thank you for that. So should as an illustrator coming up, right, trying to make amendments or trying to even get better at their craft and following all these steps and now I'm becoming good. As a newbie, should I freelance first or should I look for a job? Which would you recommend that this would actually help you more? Should anyone would work?
Just make sure that as you are fed, build a good portfolio.
Okay.
Work on dummy projects.
And
just create mascot designs. Just say mascot design for so brand that does not exist. So your portfolio can be strong. So when you apply, you can't be rejected. When they say that you have stuff to deliver to them, but because people love to patronize experience over potential. Yes. Yeah. So people look to patronize experience over potential. Nobody's like, So I rather work with. I've done it before, than I can do it.
I'm curious. I have a fun question. Yeah, I'm curious. Do you draw with your left hand or you draw with your right hand? Right hand. Okay, your right hand. Okay. I also draw with my right hand, but I've seen artists who draw with their left hand. Fascinating. I actually use both right and left. I'm more of an ambidexter. I mean left in the sense that say I want to eat with spoon, I want to play table tennis. Okay. So I'm more of that lefty hand, and so it's just fascinating.
That's good. I really love it.
Thank you. One more fun question. Okay, actually 2 more fun questions. Amongst all of your illustration, which one would you say this is my favorite? Amongst all your artwork, which would you say is the favorite of them all?
Of all my artworks. Currently, because I don't have a favorite for a long time. I'm getting better day by day. So what was good yesterday can never be good to me the next year. I'll have, because I'm a number one critic. I'm sorry, I can very harsh on myself, but that what has helped me to grow. So I don't. So if I create a work and everyone tells me this is beautiful, I can delete it from my
Okay.
So I'm a number one critic for any other person. So that's why I don't really appreciate support and test from critics, because I don't. If I can't say the error, I'm not like I really appreciate criticism from people that have experience. Like you tell me that like, Ola, this area of your work is not cool. I can tell you that you're right, because you have experience. You know what it means, but someone that doesn't even know what it means to hold the pencil. Well, you may see some things I may not be able to see actually. It's possible, but if his point is valid, I'll take it. If it's not, I'll put it aside. So I'm a number one critic, so I don't really have a best work for a long time. But currently, my best work is the man with a gas open with his mouth, whichever mouth.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah, that's the work.
All right. Last fun question. What's your technique? What's your approach? How do you start illustrating? What do you start first? From sketch, liner, inking? How do you do it?
It depends on the style I'm working with. With digital painting, I sketch the character first or the portrait. Sometimes if it's portrait, I trace because I don't want to know what doesn't look like me. So if it's portrait, I trace the portrait out. Sometimes I can draw the portrait freehand, but I always advise trace a portrait and just active as a piece of it. I'm trying to. It's okay if you can do it with your freehand, like this lady Alexis Patrick. She gets freehand and it's amazing because but then she has built the skill over the years. So
I already know this one too because you've tweeted about it. But what's your go-to software? What's your go-to software, drawing software, digitally?
I appropriate.
Definitely. Definitely. It's beautiful. Closing thoughts. Tell us. Give us your closing thoughts. Give us your advice. Advise us. Tell us something that we should hold on to as an illustrator. Trying to come up already in the game, even an expert. Just give us something. Closing thoughts.
I'll advise expert too. I'll advise expert.
No, you can't.
I can only advise this.
All right, give us closing thoughts.
And not you. You're not to
please. I need advice. Honestly, I need help myself. Give us.
Okay. I've said most of the advice I wanted to say, which is get good, get known, and get paid. It's my number one advice to anybody that's coming up. And learn to differentiate colleagues from those you want to learn from. That's basically, in fact, if you want to learn from anybody, that is a law in life. Never go back and for illustrators. It's a law in life. You must never try to put everybody on the same scale. So people occupy if in fact it's a law in life. Why is Boy not working in the streets? Or why is Davido not in your neighbor in your streets? Because there are hierarchies. So when you learn that people carry different value, you treat them according to the value they carry. Not so if you're someone that is used to what's special about him, you may not really get people to influence this field. And this field is best trained. Is best trained when it's one-on-one than online classes. So which one-on-one will you get if you refuse? So honor those who should honor.
Thank you very much, Ola. I really appreciate it. I just like calling you Ola. I hope you don't mind. I enjoy calling you Ola. Thank you so much for honoring this invitation. Honestly, you've really been an inspiration to the art community. I will leave Ola's link in the description below. It's already big, so it's not like I'm trying. No. It's already. Ola is the one that will help us publish this thing. So it's already big. But please, illustrators, designers, right? I believe we've heard Ola's storyline. We've heard about his advice. We've heard about his part, how he's come up here. Let's learn this thing. Ola, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for sharing this with us. I really appreciate it. I'll let you know when this is published as well. Alright guys, thank you very much for tuning into this episode. That'll be all for now until we'll meet again on our next episode. Keep practicing. Finally, brethren, design plus illustration equals design illustration.